Zak Abdurrahman, under the indefatigable chairmanship and leadership of the Executive Governor of your state, His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde FNSE. Today, Wednesday, the 18th of May, 2022. It is my pleasure, as always, to specially recognize my boss, our very own GSM. Please, with a round of applause, appreciate His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde FNSE, the Executive Governor of your state. I think you can clap better. Seated next to him is the Executive Governor of Kwara State, is Abdulrazak Abdurrahman. A round of applause for him too, please. He will be doing the honors later today. I must specially recognize those who are on the entourage of the Executive Governor of Kwara State here present. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Your Excellency, we have here with us former military administrator of Oyo and Ogun States, respectively. Major General Oladayo Pokuola, retired. We have the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, His Excellency Engineer Rahuf Olaniyan FNSE. We have the Majority Leader of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Honorable Sojo Adedoyin. We have the Chairman House Committee on Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Makinde Olatunde. I'd like to appreciate all honorable members of the Oyo State House of Assembly also here present. Thank you so much for coming. Here with us today is the Secretary to the State Government, Mrs. Olubanwo Adeosun. We have the Chief of Staff to His Excellency, Honorable Segun Ogunwuyi. We have a former Chief of Staff here in your state, Baba Dr. Saka Balogun. The Head of Services here, Alhaja Ololade Agboola. We have the Chairman Advisory Council Committee to the Governor, Senator Osia Ayola Agboola. Your Excellency, I'm aware that we have the Chief of Staff, former Chief of Staff to His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde also here with us, Chief BC Ilaka. We have Honorable Commissioners here seated. Honorable Commissioner for Works, Professor Dahoud Kehinde Shongodoyin. We have Honorable Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Professor Musbah Babatunde. The Attorney General and Honorable Commissioner for Justice, Professor Oyewo S.A.N. Honorable Commissioner for Information, Dr. Wasiu Olatubosun, is right here beside me. We have other members of the Oyo State Cabinet here present. I'm being told to step down, but I want to specially appreciate all special advisors, special assistants to His Excellencies here present, all elected local government chairmen here present, all chairmen of boards and parastatals, director generals here present, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, Chief Mikhail Bayolawal. Thank you for coming, sir. Your Excellency, the Vice Chancellor of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology is here, and other members of the management here present. All political appointees here present. Chairman, members of the Oyo State PDP. PDP! I'd like to appreciate the managing directors of Cranbrook Construction and Copec Construction Limited, the two contractors handling this massive project. They are here with us. I also like to specially recognize our royal fathers. We have the Olugbo of Ile-Egbon, Oba Francis Olushola Alao. We have the Alara of Fakoted, I Chief John Oyeyola Ogodigbe. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. Your Excellency, I would like to step down recognition. I'm being told severally to quickly round this up. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale, Special Assistant in Communications to the Governor. And also here beside me, I've mentioned his name earlier, is the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Dr. Wasiu Olatubosun. Your Excellency, we'll take the prayers now. For the Muslim prayer, and I'd like them to quickly move forward, we have Chief Imam of Ogbomosho land, Sheikh Imam Toliet Yunus Olushino. For the Christian prayer, we have Bishop David Moradeyo, Chairman of your State Prickly Welfare Board, Christian Wing.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الأمين وعلى آله وصحابه أجمعين وبعد. All praise and adoration is due to Almighty Allah alone, the Lord of incomparable majesty. I give thanks to him for the opportunity he has granted us to witness today's occasion. I seek his choicest mercy and blessing upon our teacher Muhammad, his household, his companions, and the generality of Muslim Ummah till the day of accounting. After which I extend the best courtesy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, and His Excellency is Executive Governor of Kwara State. I want to first and foremost give thanks to the life of both of you for coming together today, irrespective of party affiliation, for the developmental project of our dear state. May Almighty Allah, in His infinite mercy, continue to strengthen the two of you for the service of humanity at large. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, I equally thank Almighty Allah for the life you have been living. May Almighty Allah continue to be with you. And as we flag off today's road project, Ogbomosho-Iseyin Road, we pray Almighty Allah grant our governor prosperity, long life, strength to witness the commissioning of the project. And we pray Allah in His infinite mercy, give us peace in Oyo State so that we can live together to enjoy the fruit of our labor. برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافينا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت إنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك فإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءنا أعداءك أعداء دين بلا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbàdúrà. Èyí náà tó ti wá o, èyí náà tó ti wá, Ogbomosho-Iseyin Road tó tún wọlé dé, èyí náà tó ti wá. Èyí náà tó ti wá o lọ́wọ́ Makinde, èyí náà tó ti wá, Ogbomosho-Iseyin Road tó tún wọlé dé, èyí náà tó ti wá. Almighty God, our Father, want to appreciate you for today, for another milestone bestowed on us in Oyo State. No ever can think that a road will emanate from Ogbomosho to Iseyin, but from a possible thinker and innovationalist, the governor, who is a gift to Oyo State. You have given him the vision and the mission to think and to create this road. Father, we want to appreciate you once again for giving us your son Governor Oluwaseyi Makinde to us in Oyo State. We want to appreciate you, Father. Father, take your honor and glory in Jesus' name. The two governors are here, the governor of this state and the governor of Kwara State. We thank you for granting him journey mercies to this place. Father, take your honor and glory in Jesus' name. As they are set to flag off this road, this milestone, Father, be with them. Bless them. Guide us. Father, Lord, as we commence the acts of commissioning, no evil fashion against us shall prosper. I pray to Ogbomosho shall be well with us. I pray to the whole of yours shall be well with us. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Èyí náà tó ti wá o, èyí náà tó ti wá, Ogbomosho-Iseyin road tó tún wọlé dé, èyí náà tó ti wá.
Thank you so much, Reverend Bishop. Your Excellency, we'll proceed with the event for today. To officially welcome us to Ogbomosho land, I'd like to invite a one-time Chief of Staff here in Oyo State, Alhaji Dr. Saka Balogun.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, Oluwaseyi Makinde. Your Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, I say you are welcome. I want to rely on the beautiful protocol as set by the first speaker who was introducing us, so that we can save some time. This program was scheduled to begin at 10, but we are now starting at 12 or thereabout. So, as much as possible, we want to save time. So, protocol as appropriately laid by the Sheung Ojo. Can you keep quiet and leave that place? Ojo? Keep quiet and leave that place. I am talking. It is gratifying that at last, a program that was scheduled initially for Monday, January 31st, 2022 is now properly lit and is taking place. It is a pleasure because it is gratifying to welcome you all to another ceremony to celebrate progress and development in Oyo State. We appreciate the rewarding efforts of the present administration under the watch of the performing governor of Oyo State, His Excellency, Engineer Oluwaseyi Abiodun Omo Makinde. Please, on Thursday, January 27, the city road in Shaki was commissioned. Today is another occasion to flag off the construction of Ogbomosho-Iseyin road. Such projects dot many areas of Oyo State. It's not just here. Not just the state capital of Ibadan, but several other communities in the other zones of Oke-Ogun, Ibarapa, Oyo, and Ogbomosho. This government is not just executing projects to attract attention, or elicit commendation, but really to meet the expressed needs of the various communities, all cumulatively providing enabling environment for development, not just for the government, but also for private initiatives. Here in Ogbomosho, we appreciate once again the success achieved by the Oyo State government under your watch in securing the sole ownership of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, LAUTECH, which was becoming moribund under the immediate past administration. The economic and social benefits of the institution to this community, and by extension, the zone, cannot be overemphasized. It is therefore understandable, and it's understandable the agonizing pains we felt when a major faculty of the institution, now called College of Agriculture, was moved to Iseyin under the new multi-campus system of the administration. The link between multi-campus system of LAUTECH and the project being flagged off today is obvious. This was initially, thus, what initially appeared painful to Ogbomosho may in fact generate more benefits to the same community and trigger more in wider areas of the state. We also hope that the main campus of LAUTECH in Ogbomosho will be allowed to host several of the other faculties and departments now approved for LAUTECH to operate as a conventional university, running many more professional courses like law, humanities, and so on. We also appreciate your high quality of service delivery generally in the state, especially in the sphere of staff welfare and general well-being of the citizens. I don't have to elucidate on that, because by the 25th of every month, all civil servants, all public officers are smiling in Oyo State. Is it not true? Some say the payment of salaries and allowances, pensions and gratuities is just routine and mandatory. But we know that the immediate past administration defaulted in making such payments. The Light Up Oyo State program is beneficial to all as it is executed in several zones of the state. We appreciate the economic sense and relevance of the network of roads which provide very effective economic corridor in the state. We appreciate you, Mr. Governor. You have also demonstrated that government is a continuum, irrespective of the political party or individual leader in power. Hence, you have continued to complete several projects that have been left by previous administrations and thus inherited by your government. You have sustained the culture of maintenance and as demonstrated by your renewal program, affecting such as sports facilities, not only in Ibadan, but even in Ogbomosho here. Adamasimba renewal program is in focus, just as the Ogbomosho Stadium in Ogbomosho is also a clear example. We wish to take this occasion to call your attention, sir, to certain areas of a critical and objective look. The local governments have not been functioning optimally. The elected local governments should be allowed to perform their constitutional functions under the supervision of the state government. It is time we allow them to enjoy a good measure of autonomy and meaningful monitoring. Many internal local government roads are in very bad state of repair. In internal city roads and rural roads linking the villages to the markets and towns cry for rehabilitation and maintenance. Executing such projects will enhance the ongoing general development and growth of the state economy, and your ongoing success in the high quality of governance will be further appreciated and commended. It is gratifying to note that political leaders within the PDP are now being involved meaningfully in the administration of Oyo State. It will be expedient if such political leaders are further encouraged to participate more actively in the affairs of their local governments and at the state level. At this point, I wish to appeal to our leaders and other members who have been or felt sidelined to give us another opportunity for a genuine and amicable reconciliation. It is better to forgive and forget past grievances so that we can sustain our hold on Oyo State. It is better late than never. Once more, you are all welcome. Have a nice day in Ogbomosho and have a good time. And we pray that you go back to your various destinations very happily and in peace. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Dr. Sakaba Logo. Your Excellency will move. We'll now take the welcome address from the Honorable Commissioner of Public Works and Transport, Professor D.K. Shongodoyin. As he walks to the podium, I'd like to appreciate the Onkpetu of Ijeruland, Oba Sunday Oladapo Oyediran Lagbami Oshekun III.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Makinde FNSC, Your Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, Governor Abdulrazak Abdulrahman, Your Excellency, the former military administrator of Oyo State, Major General Oladayo Bupola, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Raouf Olaniyan FNSC, kindly permit me to adopt the established protocol. I am so much delighted to welcome you all to the flag-off ceremony of the construction of Iseyin Faculty Ogbomosho Road project. This road will complete another triangle between the newly completed Ibadan Moniya Iseyin Road, the ongoing reconstruction of Oyo Iseyin Road, and the ongoing Federal A1 Oyo Ogbomosho Road project. The need for the construction of this road is born out of His Excellency's commitment to improve socio-economic activities of the citizenry, thereby expanding the economy of the Placeholder State by implicitly tapping into our vast natural resources and the endowment of arable land and the healthy teeming youth resources by prioritizing on agric and food security, which is then underpinned by infrastructure development, supporting ease of doing agric business and youth empowerment. By improving the flow of agricultural goods, services, and people across the farm to market corridors, improved access to individual farms, minor or micro agric industries, and access to the Lautech College of Agric at Iseyin, the livelihood of the citizen are therefore transformed, and even more nested economic activities can be grown. Your Excellencies, for timely delivery, coupled with the advent of the opportunity we have in terms of dry season, the entire work scope was split into two concurrent lots on 6 December 2021 for visible delivery within 13 months. The first lot, which is 38.1 kilometers, starting from Iseyin to Apewo Village Junction, was awarded to Messrs. Kopek Construction Limited. And the second lot, which is 38.57, starting from Ogbomosho, Fakwate to Apewo Village, was awarded to Messrs. Crimborg Construction. The total cost of the entire stretch of 76.6 kilometer is 43.625 billion at 46.67 kilometer. For the new road at about 0.57 billion naira per kilometer, which is within the prevailing benchmarks for new single carriage roads, which range between 0.5 to 0.7 billion naira per kilometer, depending on level of additional civil structure works to be carried out corresponding to the terrain traversed. The works to be executed on this road includes bush clearing, earthworks, provision of reinforced concrete line drains, culverts, retaining walls, supply of stone-based materials, asphaltic concrete, binder and wiring costs. In addition to all these major components of road works, the project also comprises of 2 bridges, works of 60 meters span and 45 meters span on River Ogun and Odoba, respectively, with an underpass interchange at the end of the road, where it links the ongoing A1 Route 2 Federal Oyo Ogbomosho Road project. At this junction, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to our visionary governor, the self-governor of the State State, the People's Governor, Engineer Makinde, for his vision and commitment to the realization of the construction of Iseyin Fakwate Ogbomosho project. Before we go today, we'll drive the road and we'll see the level of work that has been put into place from the Ogbomosho to Fakwate Apewo Junction end. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the great honor of welcoming you to the flag off ceremony of the construction of Ogbomosho Fakwate Iseyin Road project. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner for Public Works. Your Excellency, would like to specially recognize members of the legislature here present, starting from the federal level. Honorable Shina Pella, members of Reps representing Iseyin, Itesiwaju, Iwajowa, and Kajola Federal Constituency, and our own Deputy Speaker, your state, Honorable Mohammed Fadeyi. We'll now take project presentation by Messrs. Crimborg Construction and Kopek Construction Limited. These are the 2 contractors handling this project. So Mr. Gilbert Sassin and Isam Fegali, please come forward for your presentation. And please make it as brief as possible. Thank you very much.
The Executive Governor of Oyo State, His Excellency Seyi Makinde, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, permit me to stand on all existing protocols. It is with great pride that we find ourselves today being a major part of this groundbreaking ceremony, which is in reality an understatement. As everyone would eventually see, 15 out of the 38 kilometers road have already been completed. So with your permission, Your Excellency, I would like to welcome you to the partial commissioning of Ogbomosho to Apewo Road. Finally, we would like to thank His Excellency Seyi Makinde and his cabinet for their trust and confidence reposed in Crimborg Construction. We are here to once again confirm our commitment to delivering a world-class road within record time and budget, maintaining the best standards and practices that form the signature of Crimborg Construction, similar to all our projects across the country. To the people of Ogbomosho, we thank you for the hospitality and cooperation demonstrated so far, God bless Oyo State. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, Your Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, please let me stand on the already established protocol. We want today to thank His Excellency and the government of Oyo State once again to give us their trust to handle a big job like the one that we are handling now from Iseyin towards Ogbomosho. That is the lot 1 on the job. That is 38 kilometers road. It's a virgin road that has a bridge of 60 meters that is 4-span, 15 meters each. It's a virgin road, as I said, passing through vegetation area. The work has already started. It's moving on schedule. We are progressing as long as the weather permits us. We have already reached 16 kilometers of the job on the earthworks with the concrete works, and the bridge works is moving. Now we have crossed the bridge, and we have already started the bush clearing and the earthworks after the bridge at Challenge 17 towards the end of the project. We want to thank Iseyin people versus Ogbomosho people for their hospitality and for the coordination and all the assistance that they are giving us to enable us complete the job within the time and the budget. Once again, we want to thank you, and we want to let you know that we are delivering you a very high standard job. Thank you.
Ìwà tán wù ló ń bà wọ́n lẹ́rù. Amúnisìn wí amúnisìn sọ. Amúnitòkèlè bọ́ múni bàbá wọn. Ẹ ṣeun. Mo gbọ́ lù èyí tí mo tú lánàá, mo rí lórí social media nígbà tílẹ̀ ó fi ṣú. Tí n bá rí tòní náà Ọlọ́run ò bínú sí. Ọ̀nà Ìṣẹ́yìn sí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, ọ̀nà Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ sí Ìṣẹ́yìn ni gómìnà ní wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ ṣí. Ó yẹ kémi náà ti débí, àrífín ni kí gómìnà ṣáájú mi débì kan, ṣùgbọ́n Ìṣẹ́yìn mo gbà lọ. Mo fẹ́ gba ọ̀nà yẹn láti Ìṣẹ́yìn débí, mo bá wọn kó pẹ́ẹ̀kì ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kí n padà sí Ìṣẹ́yìn, kí n gbà Ìṣẹ́yìn dọ́yọ̀ọ́ kí n tó máa bọ̀. Àṣé kí n lè rí tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ni. Ọ̀nà Ìṣẹ́yìn sí Ọ̀yọ́, mo rántí pé odidi ọkọ̀ jíìpù ńlá lọ́wọ́ ọbẹ̀ ńgbà tá à ń ṣe campaign tá à rórí ẹ̀ ń ta. Excuse me sir, mo gba abẹ̀ débí láàárọ̀ yìí. Ọ̀nà Ìṣẹ́yìn sí Ọ̀yọ́ mọ̀ tí ń yọkùnùnú gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ yìí mọ̀ ni. Àtẹ́wọ̀ Ṣèyí Mákindé dà. Àsìkò tí mo dé Ìṣẹ́yìn tí mo fẹ́ máa bọ̀ lọ́yọ̀ọ́, ká nígbà kan ni èèyàn ò lè dánrú ẹ̀ wò. A dúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run tó fún wa ń Ṣèyí Mákindé o. Irú ẹ̀ la mọ̀ rí. Àní rírú tìgbà kan mọ́. Ní báyìí, màá pe ẹni tó ti jókòó lórí àga tí gómìnà wa Ẹnjìnìà Abíọ́dún Olúṣèyí Mákindé jókòó sí báyìí. Ẹni tó ti jókòó ń bẹ̀ rí. Ẹni tó ti lo agodi rí. Ẹni tí gbogbo èèyàn máa ń pè ní ọmọ wa ni ẹjẹ́ ó ṣe é. Nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nígbà náà lóòótọ́ ká kí wọ́n wọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n lónìí wọ́n wà ń bí pẹ̀lú wa. Wọ́n ṣe gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ pẹ̀lú aṣọ ológun lọ́dún 1984 sí 1985. Wọ́n tún ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn náà lọ́dún 1985 sọ́dún 1986. Tani mò ń gbérí? Ajagun fẹ̀yìntì Major General Ọládayọ̀ Pópóọlá retired. Àtẹ̀wọ́ yẹn náà. Àwọn ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àpilẹ̀kọ tó wà nílé mi.
Your Excellencies, our KBCs, permit me to stay on existing protocol. And on a lighter mood, I want to plead that whenever there is a function, please don't allow Dr. Sakabalogun to speak before me. Eric Ifon, come and fun. Gbogbo tí mo fẹ́ sọ, anybody ti sọ. Ṣùgbọ́n I will again thank His Excellency for giving me this opportunity to be here today. It is rare to see our political leaders allowing those of us who have been there to be called to this type of function. I'm most grateful, Your Excellency. The flag off of Iseyin to Ogbomosho Road has opened the road and has opened Ogbomosho land potentials to as many people in this country and in the world. We are indeed very grateful. And again, I will mention what you have done on the issue of LAUTECH. Although Dr. Sakabalogun has said it, but I know the pivotal role you played before LAUTECH became Oyo State own. And I'm happy that we've seen the economic value, because whenever there is a strike or some other things, or when LAUTECH was in that difficulty, a lot of the students were outside Ogbomosho. A lot of those having hostels were really down and were looking for other sources of income. Once again, I thank you very much. And I have noticed, and I think many people, the light up of Oyo State, many streets in Ibadan, many streets in Ogbomosho, and I've not been to Shaki lately, but I've read that there also street lighting is the order of the day. I believe with all this, our security will be better improved. My prayer is that God will continue to guide and guide you in this wondrous task of governing Oyo State. And we plead and pray that you will be able to continue all these good works in the next many years to come. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Your Excellency. General Oladayo Pukuola mentioned something, and I would like to quickly add an addendum. Currently, across the length and breadth of Oyo State, we have over 280 kilometers of road lit up. A round of applause for His Excellency Engineer Makinde. You want to do that better. Your Excellency, we're taking more goodwill messages, and we'll take from our royal fathers, the Onpetu of Ijeru Kingdom, Oba Sunday Oladapo Oyediran Lagbami Oshekun III.
Bàbá wa Onpetu tìlú Ìjẹ̀rù, Ọba Sunday Oladapo Oyediran Lagbami Oshekun kẹta. Ẹ bá ké kábíyèsí o.
Your Excellency, sir, Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluwaseyi Abiodun Makinde, Your Excellency, sir, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Alhaji Abdulrazak Abdurrahman. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol well established, and I'm quite sure they were established on tripod stand, which cannot be shaken. Sir, I want to quickly say, as Amsat Oriyomi said earlier on, it is not in my character to come behind His Excellency to a function. But I must register it that I was just being informed about 2 hours ago of this function. And I was to make a goodwill message. So permit me, sir, if my goodwill message is going to be very short. Sir, we want to welcome you to Ogbomosho soon. I'm sure Engineer Seyin Makinde is the son of the soil, so he doesn't need any special welcome. But I want to welcome the Executive Governor of Kwara State. More importantly, for this love you are showing and establishing this morning. Every one of us knew that the Executive Governor of Kwara State is from the All Progressive Congress. And our governor is from People Democratic Party. This is the type of politics we are expecting in Nigeria. Politics of love, politics of development, politics of togetherness. I want to thank Your Excellencies for this example. Having said that, Your Excellencies, I want to say you're bringing the Executive Governor of Kwara State to Ogbomosho is not coincidence, and it's not by accident. It was a divine decision because of one singular point and one singular request. A child that belongs to 2 or more fathers is an orphan. There is a road that we don't know whether it belongs to Kwara State, whether it belongs to Oyo State, whether it belongs to Osun State. But what I am sure of is that part of the road belongs to Oyo State, part of the road belongs to Kwara State, with a spur to Osun State. Which road am I talking of? There is a road from Iregba through Inaja to Ira. Iregba is Oyo State. The moment you cross that river, you move to Kwara State. When you get to that junction where you take the left to Ira and the other right to Okuku, that is Osun State. Who owns that road? So I want to implore the 2 of you, sir, the executive governors of Kwara and Oyo State, to find a way of doing something to make that road passable for us. It is the shortest road to Ofa from Ogbomosho. If that road is fixed, Ofa to Ogbomosho is just under 35 minutes. So we beg on you, sir. Sir, I want to commend you for the recent donation of 100 Hilux pickups for Amatekun. One of your brother governors yesterday was saying that the success of Amatekun shows that something needs to be done on the security architect of this country. I'm talking of Engineer Alhaji Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State. He said it. And I want to assure you that I read about the governor of Taraba State. He established Amatekun and named it Taraba Amatekun. Despite the fact that Taraba State people, they are not Yoruba-speaking people, but they adopted the name Amatekun. The success of Amatekun is due to your ingenuity, Your Excellency. We want to thank you for the vehicles donated to us, and we want to promise that we will make positive use of those vehicles and we use it to impact on the improved security architecture of Oyo State. Finally, sir, I'm a Mr. Request. I want to make another request. The moment you get to Ipeba, there is another road to the right. Instead of passing through, there are times when that major road will be blocked. We take a spot through Ajawa, from Ipeba, Ajawa to Aromale. All what we need is just palliatives, not reconstruction or construction, as is being done from Ogbomosho-Iseyin today. I want you today in your speech, instruct the professor of Ministry of Works to do urgent work on that road so that you will enjoy your campaign from Ajawa to Aromale during campaign season. I want to join all my brothers, my sisters, my guns, the latest doctor in town. I want to join them to thank you over LAUTECH. But I want you to look at a way of engaging us to LAUTECH. We are the one paying them, it is not federal government. We are the one paying ASU, it is not federal government. The issue ASU is having is with the federal government and not with Oyo State. The issue NASU is having is with the federal government and not with Oyo State. I could remember vividly during their last convocation. The VC said all the arrears of salary up to date were paid by Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde. I think what the workforce need to do is to appreciate your gesture, your kind gesture, by going back to work. Let LAUTECH pull out of their mother body. If they are not ready to go back to work, let LAUTECH, ASU, go back to work. Let NASU go back to work. Let SANU go back to work. Thank you, Mr. Governor. You are welcome.
Thank you, Your Royal Majesty. Your Excellency. We'll now take goodwill message from Honorable Shina Pella, Member House of Representatives, representing the good people of Iseyin, Itesiwaju, Iwajowa, and Kajola Federal Constituency.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Governor Abdulrazak Abdurrahman, His Excellency, the former military governor of Oyo State and Ogun State, Major General Oladayo Popola, retired, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Rauf Olaniyan, the Deputy Speaker of Oyo State, House of Assembly, Honorable Mohammed Fadeyi, and others honorable members present here. The Secretary to the State Government, Mrs. Adeosun, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Segun Ogunyi, the Head of Service, Alaja Ololade Agbola, and other Executive Council members present here. Royal Fathers, please, I greet you. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I know a lot of people will be surprised to see me here. And the truth is, in life, as human beings, we must not be blinded to good things in life. I believe that Nigeria as a country has gotten to a turning point. I had my birthday about 3 days ago, and I launched a book for that event called The Turning Point. The turning point for Nigeria signifies the new breed of politics, where we put the interest of our country or the interest of our state before political parties, religion, or ethnicity. Engineer Seyi Makinde is not the governor of PDP members in Oyo State, but is the governor of every indigene of Oyo State, including myself. And coming here today has two different meanings to me, because I am from Iseyin local government. And at the same time, if Ogbomosho was a country, I would have an Ogbomosho passport. Because I had my first degree in chemical engineering in Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. I also had my master's in business administration from Lautech. So, so I'm here today on behalf of the people of Iseyin and the people of Ogbomosho to say a big thank you to the performing governor, Governor Seyi Makinde, for all the good works that he has been doing. So we are here today because Yoruba sọ wípé yini yini kábàlẹ̀ ṣe mí. Our governor started with Moniya Iseyin Road, which from Iseyin has been so helpful to our people, including myself. There has been Iseyin to Shaki. There is Oyo to Iseyin, and now again there is Iseyin to Ogbomosho. Otope abi Otope? So, Your Excellency, at least I can see my leader here, the governor of Kwara State. And I see him as well. We toe his line because of the kind of politics that we play. We are not playing any kind of politics of hatred. When we see good things, we have to commend him. And I use this opportunity, Your Excellency, to say a big thank you on behalf of my people. Thank you very much.
Ẹ ṣé ká lọ sí. Thank you. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara. A fẹ́ jó ijó ìbílẹ̀. Àwọn oníjó ìbílẹ̀ láti ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara wọ́n ṣe tán, wọ́n fẹ́ dá wa lára yá.
Welcome the Kwara State Cultural Troupe for a brief music interlude.
ṣeun o, ẹ kú jó. Ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀. Èyí tó kàn ní orí ètò, òun náà ni a kí bàbá wa kábíyèsí alájàwà ti àjàwà ọba Thompson Adéyẹyè Oyètúnjí Atúnlùtẹ̀ kejì. Ẹ ṣeun, ẹ kú ìjókòó sà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a lọ síbi ọ̀rọ̀ ìdúpẹ́ látẹnu ẹni tí í ṣe olùbádámọ̀ràn pàtàkì fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lórí ohun ìgbáyégbádùn àti ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀, onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Adélẹ́yẹ.
Ẹ kú ilé o. Ẹ rẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sí ètò yìí, gbogbo yẹn tẹ́ rìn ìrìn àjò wá bí lẹ́nu. I am particularly delighted to have this opportunity to thank you all for coming. Most importantly, to thank God for the opportunity, to also thank God for the grace He has given to the governor, for his leadership, for his vision, and also thank God for you, everybody. Your yearnings as citizens, your demand for development. All this being put together gives people like us an opportunity to serve. And I thank you all for it. This opportunity of this road, 76.67 kilometers, is almost sounding like a federal road. It's long and it's connecting two important towns in Oyo State. Ogbomosho, the second largest town, Iseyin, the food basket. The two towns have university campuses. The road that we're making is going to give opportunities for development along that corridor. So I thank you all for that. Eshe ibite ti bere. Eshe ibite bade. Adupe o Jesu ibite mu wa lo. So we are about to truly witness for ourselves the transformation and emergence of infrastructure revolution in Oyo State. For our farmers, for agribusiness entrepreneurs, for youth who can now rely on enhanced security, accessibility, reduced travel times. To get to Iseyin from Ogbomosho after completing this road should be 45 minutes to 1 hour. If you had to do it today, it would be about at least 2.25 or 2.5 hours going through Oyo. That means reduction in times for harvest to reach the market. It also means less wastage. So people who have farms along these corridors who didn't have motorable access to market, now it is about to happen. So we have no choice but to thank God for this opportunity. And I want to especially thank the governor. I want to thank the special guest as well for coming to be part of this session. Thank you for your vision, my governor. Thank you for your unflinching commitment to the realization of a prosperous Oyo State that is physically functional and economically vibrant. At this juncture, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the great honor of not only welcoming you to witness this, but also for thanking you for the journeys you took and wishing you the best as you return to your various destinations. Thank you very much, the people of Oyo.
ọmọdé ẹ jẹ́ kán mọ̀ páwa náà ní nǹkan láàrin ìṣẹ́jú kan kí gómìnà fi wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
àyàn ẹ wálé lónìí mo rí nǹkan oṣù mi ọba tó dá mi wáyé kó bá mi sọ́dọ̀mọ bí ọ̀dọ́mọ èèyàn nìkan ní ìmọ̀ ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ àwọn Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ àjílété ìlú tá a ti jẹ ká tá a ti mú kọ yẹn gan sí onímọ̀ráyé ọ̀rọ̀ àmọ́ mo fẹ́ kó ní kálukú tún fetí gbéyàwó ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ sí i ìbá jẹ́ pé Àlàó ń bẹ láyé lásìkò yìí inú mi bá dùn kọjá pé òun Ṣèyí Mákindé ni wọ́n tún jọ sí ọ̀nà tuntun ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́ ìlú obìnrin èmi ìsọ̀lá ògùn ọdẹ tí bọ́ lọ́rọ̀ kó fìsàn. ikú bọ́lá jẹ́ àbá adìẹ kankan ò ní kú ká dẹ́yìn ẹ̀nù. gómìnà pínlẹ̀ Kwara bàbá mọ̀ ń bọ̀ wá náà ta mọ̀ ń lọ ìran mọ̀ fẹ́ fi jẹ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Àlàó Àkàlà ó fẹ́ràn lu bàbá rẹ̀ Ṣèyí ọmọ Mákindé ó fẹ́ràn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Amádé òní kú ká dẹ́yìn ẹ̀nù wàláì lákàáyé ń gbọ́ gbogbo yín pátá ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ tẹ̀lé chief of staff Ògúnwùyí ó tó tẹ̀lé ó lè gbé Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ débi ọ̀gá mo wíire àbí wíire. Ẹ wá gbọ́ èèyàn lèèyàn máa jẹ́ láì rí tàǹgìrì àwọ̀ kankan ò lè hu ìjọba Àlàó nígbà tí ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ó tọ́jú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ẹgbẹ́ wo ló fi ṣàṣeyege ọ̀nà láti Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ lọ sílùú Ìṣẹ́yìn táàsì flag of lónìí lágbára lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè Ṣèyí ọmọ Mákindé ni yóò sí ẹgbẹ́ wo ló tún ṣe é ẹ wá wí fara lé ẹ wí fara oko ẹ̀yin èèyàn ni ẹ jẹ́ abẹ́ ẹ má pẹ́ ìbò rárá ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ la tún fẹ́ fún ní sẹ́nétọ̀ nínú ẹgbẹ́ wa ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́ ló ẹni tí ọba wúlò ẹ fi bèlè dànù. Mo wí ní wá àtẹ níjọ́ sákíọ̀sì ń sọdún mo ní ẹgbọ́ pẹ́lá kì í ṣe màtíríàsì bí ọwà ọyẹ ọwánú ẹgbẹ́ gidi ni ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́ lówó obìnrin sọ̀lá ọ̀dẹ tí bọ́ lọ́rọ̀ kò fi. ẹ wá gbọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn Ṣèyí ọmọ Mákindé ṣe bẹ́bẹ́ àbí ò ṣe bẹ́bẹ́ Ṣèyí sọ kìíní kan fún mi nígbà tá à ń ṣe kàmpé ẹbí mi ẹgbẹ́ kí ló sọ. Ìwí faralé ó ní òun ọba náútẹ́ẹ̀kì fún pínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wípé tó bá ti lè jẹ́ pé Adémọ́lá Adélékè jẹ́ ń lo inconclusive fún tó bá ti lè gba kándídéètì nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. ẹ̀yin èèyàn ìgbà tó wá di wípé wọ́n dájọ́ lé ẹjọ́ wọn ní ọ̀rọ̀ náà ó bẹ́yìn yọ múnàmọ́ Mákindé bò láṣìṣe kì í pẹ́ kì í jìnnà mo gbọ́ pé náútẹ́ẹ̀kì di tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ̀yin ọmọ Mákindé lọ́gùn ẹnu. ẹ máa gbọ́ wọ́n tún wá ṣe bẹ́bẹ́ ó kó gbogbo irinṣẹ́ sí ọsibítù ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ìjọ wa bẹ̀ ìlọ́mọ Mákindé tún sọ pé òun ó ṣe bíríìjì fún wa ó wí ire àbí ó wí ire. Mákindé ẹ wá jẹ́ ìran yín létí gómìnà ẹ wí kìíní kan lájà wà ẹ ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ a ní mángòrò tó dáa jù ẹ lọ mọ gbogbo ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ èèyàn tí ọmọ ṣiṣẹ́ nílé iṣẹ́ mángòrò yóò lè lẹ́gbàá lẹ́gbèje kálukú á máa rọwọ́ mú lẹ́nu ẹ má gbàgbé ọmọ Mákindé ọlọ́run ọba mi ò fún yín sí i sáwọn ọlọ́mọ Mákindé ọmọ ọlọ́kọ̀ ní í sí yọnu ẹ má pín bò rárá ọ̀bùrẹ́là ni ẹ má tẹ̀ òrìṣà lọ́gbọ́n ẹ má dalẹ̀ ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ òrìṣà lọ́gbọ́n ẹ má dalẹ̀ mọ̀mọ́ borí ogún bẹ̀ yẹn má dalẹ̀.
Thank you, Amade. Thank you, Amade. We've come to the high point of today's event. If you love GSM, if you truly love him, if you enjoy the good governance happening in your state, now is an opportunity to show your appreciation. Please, with a resounding applause, wherever you are seated. And if you can stand up, please do it well. Make welcome my governor, our governor, the one and only GSM, the executive governor of your state, His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde, FNS. A round of applause for him, please. And I'll need you to keep those hands going. Seyeda! Seyeda! 4+4!
It's my turn to be baby.
Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, don't worry. Màá go after ìyá wọn náà láìpẹ́. Your Excellency, my dear brother, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Governor Abdulrazak Abdulrahman. Your Excellency, the former military governor of Oyo State and Ogun State, Major General Aladayo Popola, retired. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Rauf Olaniyan. The Honorable Member representing Iseyin Tesiwaju Kajola Iwajawa Federal Constituency, my good Aburo, Honorable Shina Pella, the Honorable Speaker, Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Debo Ogundoyi, ably represented by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Mohammed Fadeyi. The Chairman, Oyo State House of Assembly Committee on Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Makinde Olatunde, and let me use the two of you to also recognize other honorable members of Oyo State House of Assembly that are present here, the Secretary to the State Government, the Chief of Staff, the Head of Service, Chairman, State Advisory Council. Let me pause and recognize His Royal Majesty, the Olugbon of Ilegbon, Oba Francis Olushola Alao. Also His Royal Majesty, the Onkwetu of Ijeru Kingdom, Oba Sunday Oladapo Oyediran Lagbami Oshekun III. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin orí adé, ọrùn lẹ̀kẹ̀, tẹwà níkàlẹ̀, mo kí yín o. Mo kí also the distinguished members on the entourage of my brother, the Executive Governor of Kwara State. You're also duly recognized. Let me use the Honorable Commissioner for Public Works and Transportation, Professor Daoud Shagodoyin, as a point of recognition for other Honorable Commissioners in the Cabinet of Oyo State Government that are present here. Other political functionaries of Oyo State Government that are here. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin alága ọkùnrin àtobìnrin, because àwọn alága obìnrin náà ní Oyo State. For various local government areas, you're duly recognized. Permanent secretaries, heads of non-ministerial departments and agencies, you're recognized. Let me specially recognize the presence of the former Chief of Staff, well, two of them here, Dr. Sakabalogun and Chief Oyebisi Ilaka. I use them as a point of recognition for other distinguished leaders and members of our great party, PDP. The distinguished management and staff members of Cranbrook Construction Company and Copec Construction Company, eminent personalities and distinguished invited guests here, students, youth, àti àwọn obìnrin tí wọ́n wà níbí. Mo recognize you specially. Gentlemen of the press, mo recognize you now. Lè parọ́ lady because one gbé program yìí live ni. So if you want to record something that we haven't said or we haven't done, people will have seen it first. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, well, we're here today to flag off the 76.67 kilometer Ogbomosho-Iseyin road. Well, we're flagging it off here in Ogbomosho, but it's connecting two major towns in Oyo State. Before I go on with my remarks, let me stop and say a big thank you to my brother, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Abdulrazak Abdurrahman. We're very happy that you could join us here today, especially as you're our next door neighbor, irrespective of politics. When Baba Sakabalogu was talking, he said, oh, this should have been flagged off maybe a week ago. Yes, this is political season. As I was going around looking for delegates, my brother also and our colleagues in their party, they were also busy in Abuja plotting what they would do in the party. Many people may not know, but Oyo State shares a border with Kwara State here at Ogbomosho. So this road is of vital economic importance to both states. When it comes to the facilitation of trade between the two states and the movement of agricultural produce, our farmers and other investors will be able to go from Iseyin all the way to Kwara through this route. Also, the road will facilitate easy commute between the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology campuses in Ogbomosho and Iseyin. As we always say, every project we embark on here in Oyo State will have data and we have logic behind it, and it will target our economy. When somebody said that, oh, this road is of no economic importance, mo rí pé nìyẹn ní ìdàtí padà lọ sí school ni. So for those that are asking, this is the logic behind this road construction. We are facilitating both intra-city and interstate movement. Well, it bears repeating that where roads go, development follows. And so in our quest to continue in the work of engineering a modern Oyo State, we will continue executing road projects. Well, our country, we should focus on one section of the state and ensure it is developed. That is not the route to go, because it is not the path to sustainable development. Sustainable development will come only when you have all-round development across the length and breadth of Oyo State. As I said before, we do not want to recreate the problem with Nigeria in Oyo State. Today we're talking about restructuring as the way forward for Nigeria, because people in one section of the country believe that they are the ones creating all the wealth that people from other sections are benefiting from. So here in Oyo State, we have chosen that we will develop all the zones in the state. And the best way to do this is by creating an effective road network. In this way, we are leveraging our comparative advantage in agriculture. Because of what good is it that our farmers are producing, but they cannot move their produce to the market? Or that they have access to just local markets where only people from the same vicinity can buy, whereas they can get paid more when they are able to easily travel to larger markets, not just within the state, but also outside of it. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ̀ nípa Ogbomosho mango. It's mango season now, Abi? So the farmers here, they will get more if those mangoes can easily travel to all parts of the southwest, for instance. So this is our view of expanding the economy through efficient road network. Well, some people may not understand this, but Emawati will understand they are still coming to ask you to vote for them. They are the people who do not have the interest of the masses at heart. They are the ones that will say, no, develop only one section. We will develop everywhere in Oyo State. Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ sọ pé ẹnìkan tó sọ pé òun ti play a leading role as a deputy governor Central Bank economically láti sọ direction tí Nigeria fẹ́ lọ. Tí o lè understand the very simple logic behind this type of road construction. And they say this road does not have any economic value for the state. But I know that Oyo State people will respond to them at the appropriate time. So, ẹ̀yin ará Ogbomosho, ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi l'Ogbomosho, is this road of value to you or not? How about my brothers in Iseyin? Do you think this road is important? Well, àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ take over ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa, ẹ̀wọ́n làwọn ń kọ́ hotel sí Ìbàdàn. And that is where you have cranes working. Well, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé those people, it is under this administration that they saw the viability of siting an hotel in Ibadan. So I will continue to encourage them. We will give people like them opportunity to continue to invest in Oyo State to the benefit of the good people of Oyo State. And àwọn tó ti jí owó Oyo State nínú wọn náà, they will bring it back for the benefit of the people of Oyo State. So we will continue to fulfill our mandate given to us by the people. We will not relent in all our efforts to move Oyo State to prosperity as we focus on protecting the interests of the good people of our dear state. And finally, somebody should have been here with me today for this flag off, but God decided to call him before this date. I spoke to him, and I mentioned it in church that day. And this is someone that has contributed immensely to the development and growth of Oyo State. This highway, the 76.67 kilometers, upon commissioning, will be named Governor Adebayo Alao Akala Highway. And we will put conspicuous sign every 10 kilometers from Ogbomosho to Iseyin that will show that this is Governor Adebayo Alao Akala Highway. So on that note, I will give my brother, His Excellency Governor Abdulrazak Abdulrahman, the opportunity to speak to us, and then we will proceed to flag off the 76.67 kilometer Ogbomosho-Iseyin Road project to the glory of God and for the benefit of the good people of Oyo State. Thank you, and God bless you.
What's this one? Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Your Excellency, General Oladapo Popola, retired, the former military governor of Oyo and Ogun States, Your Excellency, Engineer Rauf Olaniyan, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, our own Honorable Pella of Oyo State, Kwara, and Lagos State all together. The Deputy Speaker, Oyo State House of Assembly, Honorable Abiodun Mohammed Fadeyi, and other members of the State Assembly here present, members of the Oyo State Executive Council here present, the Oyo State Organ Chairman, Honorable Senya Sikiru, and other members of the local government here present, Your Highness Olugbon of Orile-Igon, and Deputy Chairman of Oyo Obas and Councils of Chiefs, Oba Francis Olusola Alao, Your Highness Onikweto of Ijeru Kingdom, Oba Sunday Oladapo Agbami Osekun III. Distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I congratulate Your Excellency for this important road project. This road seeks to connect Ogbomosho-Iseyin. I feel honored, Your Excellency, to have been invited to be part of this history-making project. This is what we call thinking out of the box. It's a greenfield project. Now, this project is important to us in Kwara State as well. And that's the main reason I came here, to make sure I witness this occasion. It's not just a touristic road. This is an economic road of magnificent importance. Why do I say it's an economic road? Now, one will see, looking at the history of Nigeria, our infrastructures were built by our colonial masters, the former colonial masters, were built in a way that they were extractive roads. Take, for example, our railway. It starts from Apapa Port to Kano, or you can, so to extract from Kano to Apapa. If you look at the eastern side, it ends up in Port Harcourt Port. Then look at the road infrastructure. It's the same thing. Because about the express, we're going far to the north, and the major roads going down to the east. But if you look at this road, those roads, as you see there, are vertical roads. If you look at this road, it's a horizontal road. And why is it also important to us? Because Ogbomosho is just 30 minutes away from Ilorin Airport. Ogbomosho should take advantage of this road to create a big economy, to be the biggest economy after Ibadan. Now, why would you take advantage of that? Or how do you take advantage of that? If you look at the western axis, northwestern axis, beginning from Sokoto down, the federal government has awarded the road from Wawa in Niger State to Kayama in Kwara State. And there's also the Kayama road from Kayama to Kishi. So you see trade coming down to the southwest. But that trade cannot get to Ogbomosho without this new road. We also have the road coming from Chikanda, Nigeria's border with Republic of Benin, coming down to Ilesha-Baruba, and Ilesha-Baruba down to Oyo State. Now, why is it economical? Why is it such an economic road? Because if you look at Ilesha-Baruba local government, Ilesha local Baruba and Baritan local government of Kwara State, we are the largest yam producers in that axis, or that axis of Nigeria. So yam comes down to the southwest from that axis. The issue of shea butter, shea nuts, same thing comes down that way. Timber comes down that road. So with this road being built, Ogbomosho is supposed to be a center for trade for all this produce, agricultural produce. Ogbomosho can now start establishing the agro-processing factories because of their easy access to all this agricultural produce coming down. Now, on our part, we have committed to building the Kishi-Kama road. The contractors on site, even though it's a federal government road, the state government is paying for that road, and to make sure we open trade and transport down to Oyo State here. Our commitment is such that the current growth we foresee will also create expansion for us at Ilorin Airport. When we took over in May 2019, there was only one flight to Ilorin. Today there are 7 flights to Ilorin. And the more Ogbomosho expands, because it's 30 minutes away, it brings business to Kwara. So what you're doing here impacts on us in Kwara, and that's why I'm here to support the project and to make sure this project sails through. Normally, these sort of roads are built by the federal government. I was surprised when I saw the length of the road, that the state government is building this length. Well done, Engineer Makinde. One wonders where he finds the money from. It's a right step in the right direction. If a huge percentage of our people are farmers, it's a no-brainer that agribusiness value chains will thrive and make the GDP of the state grow. This road is going to move a lot of people out of poverty. And all I can say is, well done, Seyi Makinde. So, I commend the many efforts of Your Excellency in this regard, and these projects are projects for posterity. Naming it after Alawa Akala is also a big mega step. Thank you for doing that. We all revere the late Alawa Akala, and who also is the catalyst for the modern transformation of Ogbomosho. I travel to Lagos all the time by road, and over the time I've seen how Ogbomosho has developed and continues to develop. So kudos to you all. As a neighbor, I will always collaborate with Your Excellency on all fronts and improve the lot of our people. I urge the bipartisan efforts to be greatly encouraged, and I look forward to the day that you will join us at APC. Now, it's quite funny that we're saying PDP don't have the required presidential candidates, but you have Makinde here who could have presented forward. Well, he's doing well. I go to Ibadan often, and I see all the major projects going on in Ibadan. Without all these infrastructure projects, it will be difficult to attract any economic development into Oyo State. I see the new motor parks dotted all over the place. So once again, well done, and thank you for inviting me to this event.
We crave the indulgence of His Excellency, Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak, to please hold on while we invite His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde, FNSC, to present our gift. In Oyo State, we are hospitable people. And so a token of our hospitality is about to be presented. The gift will be explained by His Excellency. A talking drum. A traditional fan. Just one microphone on a plate.
This is an award of appreciation presented to His Excellency Abdulrazak Abdurrahman, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, for flagging off the construction of 76.67 kilometer Iseyin Akpewo Ogbomosho Road. Well, I'm the one giving this today, Wednesday, 18th May 2022.
Maestro on the bass.
Thank you, Excellencies. The two Excellencies will now proceed for the official flag off.
Mo ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nínú orin tó lè kọjá. Ẹni Ọlọ́run fẹ́ lọ́mọ èèyàn fẹ́. Ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi. Àgbàtọ̀mọdé ẹ máa yọ́nú sí mi o. Ọkùnrin tóbìnrin ẹ yọ́nú sí mi. Ẹni bá yọ́nú sí mi.
Biblis on this one. Say, 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Sheyi Makinde again. He's the man of the people. Optimal welfare. Let our rise on the nation. Sheyi Makinde for governor. Empowerment, security. He causing many innovations. Never post for the wrong one. Sheyi Makinde no dey show. Ìbàdàn ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Ọ̀yọ́ ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Òlàfẹ́ kò ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ sí. Òkè-Ògùn ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ìbárapa ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Mákindé làwọn fẹ́ o. He can speak for the voiceless of the greatest advocate. Articulate Nigeria student. Evaluable my people. Ṣèyí Mákindé ló lè ṣe o. For a better tomorrow, let's support and vote Ṣèyí again o. Ìyá lọ́jà ta lẹ fẹ́, bàbá lọ́jà ta lẹ fẹ́, òṣìṣẹ́ ta lẹ fẹ́, àgbẹ̀ ta lẹ fẹ́, oníṣòwò ta lẹ fẹ́, ọ̀dọ́ ta lẹ fẹ́ o. He's the man of the people, optimal welfareism. Let our rise in the nation. Vote Ṣèyí Makinde for governor. Empowerment, security. He comes with many innovations. Never vote for the wrong one. Ṣèyí Mákindé ló lè ṣe o. Ìbàdàn ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Ọ̀yọ́ ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Òlàfẹ́ kò ṣẹ̀kọ́ sí. Òkè-Ògùn ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Ìbárapa ta lẹ́yìn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí Mákindé làwọn fẹ́ o. Ṣèyí he can speak for the voiceless.
It's Maestro on the bass, baby.
I hope you are seeing people by the side. No. And this leading vehicle is going. Money leading vehicle. Can the leading vehicle pass? So that because our guys are already blocked behind now. Can we quickly? Is it going to be possible? Let him cut here. No, let him cut here. Commander, make him cut down for here. Make him cut down for here.
Ẹni bá yọ́nú sí mi o, ó ṣáájú ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba, 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 òun tẹ́lẹ̀ máa rí. Àtúmọ̀ orígbà àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Àtúmọ̀ orígbà àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Èmi jáde orí mi, àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Jíjẹ́ ṣe mí kàn ṣe àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Kí má jẹ́ ṣe mí kàn ṣe àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Àánú mo rí gbà àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Ọmọ aládé àlàáfíà àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi. Ọmọ aládé àlàáfíà àdé orí ìrọ̀ mi.
This is a life. Walk me back. Push me around. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Including live. Let's go back. Let's go live. Let's go back. Go back. Oh,
Gilbert, well done. You said it's partial commissioning. Okay.
So we commit this partial commissioning for saying Ogbomosho to the glory of God.
Like for a pastor. Open the door.
You're watching Channels Television's live coverage of the flag off of the Ogbomosho-Iseyin Road project. This is, of course, holding in Ogbomosho in Oyo State. We have Governor Makinde, who is the lead in this project. He's joined by his Kwara State counterpart, Governor Abdulrazak. And there you see the stretch of the road. So essentially this is meant to ease transportation for, is it business, is it for tourism and other reasons across that area. This has been a long time coming, really. This stretch of a road over 70 kilometers between Oyo, or rather between Iseyin and Ogbomosho. So this is a dream come true for the people of Ogbomosho, for the people of Iseyin. So it's understandable why there's so much celebration in the air from the people of the state, from the people of the area as well, who can now move easily between Ogbomosho and Iseyin. Well, there you see the convoy of the governors leaving the site where the flag off was done there, of course followed by people of the area who are excited that this dream has finally come to fruition. So once again, you're seeing live images actually from Ogbomosho in Oyo State. Ogbomosho is an ancient town that has prominence in the history of the people of Oyo State. It's home to Ladoke Akintola University, that's LAUTECH. So again, this is meant to ease not just the economic activities there, for education as well, for tourism, major tourist sites there, and a lot of other, other activities in that area. So once again, a good one. that is coming to that town between Ogbomosho and Iseyin.